Hey guys, thanks for watching. So today we've got a quick review of a webcam that was sent to me by a company called Amcrest for review. This is model AWC201-B, and it is an HD webcam that works with both Mac and Windows machines. So let's take a look at the specs that are listed on the side of the box to see what this unit has. So we can see on the side of the box, this has a 1/3 inch CMOS image sensor. It's 1080p full HD at 30 frames per second. It's got a 3.6mm lens with a 70-degree field of view. High sensitivity mic. It's USB 2.0 compatible, and it's got a 5.5-foot cable. So now let's take a look at what comes inside the box, and we'll take a look at how it compares to the camera that's already built into my MacBook Pro. Alright, so we've already got everything out of the box. The contents were essentially the webcam, the privacy cover, which I've already installed on the webcam, and the manual. You will notice on the bottom of the webcam there is a threaded hole if you want to mount it on a tripod, and interestingly enough, on other YouTube reviews I've seen, apparently they used to include a small tripod in the package, but they don't anymore. But you can find any number of small tripods to work with on Amazon, and if you prefer to do that instead of mounting on a computer. But I think most people are just going to be mounting this on the monitor. Very easy. You just flip this out right here. There's a little lip, and then you rest this on the back of your monitor. You can see, I'll show you how to do that right here. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at how this compares with the webcam on my MacBook Pro. Okay, so this first camera we're taking a look at is the built-in camera on my 2019 MacBook Pro. This is a 720p webcam, and people have been complaining about the cameras that have been included in the MacBooks for a long time. Not really sure why they keep including these subpar cameras in the laptops, but it's kind of what we get. It's not horrible, but it's not amazing by any stretch of the imagination. Colors are kind of washed out. Range of view is okay. It's not amazing. You can't really see too much of my surrounding, but overall, it's passable for like a Zoom meeting, Google Meet, something like that. We'll see how the camera compares to the Amcrest once we switch over to it. You will notice a little bit of a different perspective as the Amcrest is mounted on top of my monitor, whereas I'm talking to you directly on the MacBook right now, and it's basically limited by how far up my screen can go. So let's switch over to the Amcrest and see what the differences are. Alright, so I'm now recording from the Amcrest webcam, which is mounted on top of my monitor, and you will notice a couple of big things right off the bat. First of all is this 70-degree range of view, which you can instantly see more of my office, whereas on the MacBook image it was much more cropped in, so you can mainly just see my face and a little bit behind me. This you can see much more of what's going on in my office. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing just kind of depends on your situation. There might be some situations where you're on a Zoom call and you may not want people to see much of your room, so in that case the field of view on the MacBook would be much better. While I do feel like this is a sharper image than the MacBook, definitely less grainy, the colors are a little bit more washed out, and some of the things in the image tend to be too dark or too bright. For example, my desk and my floor show up way more dark than they are in real life, whereas my head, which I have no hair, is a lot brighter and a little bit just more kind of blown out on this camera. So while it's definitely a sharper image, I feel like the MacBook might be more true to life with the colors. Another big difference are the cameras. You will notice that the camera, when I was broadcasting from the MacBook, sounded like I was much closer. It was much more, I would say, rich recording, where this sounds like I'm further away from the webcam. Sounds a little bit more hollow and tinny. So if you were going to use this webcam, I would suggest using an external microphone with it to get better audio. We are actually going to be using this webcam with my wife's computer, which is a Mac Mini. So in those types of situations, if your computer didn't come with any kind of a webcam, I think this would definitely be a good option. You know, of course, there are other options like the Logitech, which is a much more expensive camera, where you might get a better image, better sound quality. But for, you know, under $50, I feel like this is, you know, this is a really good buy, inexpensive, and it's an easy thing to get or to integrate into your computer setup. Alright, so that's my quick review of this webcam. Again, like I said, I feel like you can't really go wrong for the money. It's under $50 right now on Amazon. There are a few different models available. This one has good image quality, good field of view. Microphone is a little bit soft, so I would use an external mic if you've got one, but it works with both Mac and Windows PCs. So, you know, it's very easy plug and play, especially if you're doing mainly Zoom or Google Meet, Skype, FaceTime, things like that. Curious to see what you guys are using, if you're sticking with the webcams that come in your laptops. I know that MacBooks, like I said, don't traditionally have the best webcams built in, but I know some Windows machines have some pretty good ones. Feel free to comment below. If you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. And again, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.